Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Beers with Bauman. I'm your host, Kevin Bauman. My distinguished guest tonight, and I thank them very much for coming on such short notice. I know they both flew in from long distances and then had to take a rickshaw here from the airport, which gets complicated. I'd like to welcome Dave Corsaro to my right.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. And on his right, my two rights, is Matt O'Connor.
Kevin.
Welcome, Matty. As you know, Beers with Bauman is a show we throw out the topics of the day, the most serious topics affecting our country, and we talk about our viewpoints, our slants, if you will, and just discuss it and try to get to the bottom of certain topics. So I'm going to start tonight with a topic that the country's been talking about probably for about 30 years now. Mr. Roper versus Mr. Furley. Who was the better landlord? Matty, why don't you start us off? Show your work.
All right. Right off the bat, I'm going to think Roper, better landlord. For the reasons of siblings. Okay? You have, with the Mr. Roper, wow, Mrs. Roper. Always looking sex. Still not the trot for her age at the time. But never started, well, it's still a relation. Never a problem. Always hot to trot. Radio, fun woman. Never gave her problem or Jack a problem. She was just there, which is fine, which made it easier for him. On the other hand, Furley, always up Jack's ass, obviously a homophobe. Everything a problem, plus a brother.
Bart
Furley, who was a problem for everybody.
Yeah, he owned the building.
And if Bart's getting Ralph all messed up, that falls down to you as the tenant.
Right.
Alright, here's the only problem with that though. Roper never wanted to have sex with his wife. He was always trying to avoid. She was after him. He was trying to get away.
You remember who Roper looked like, though, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying I blame him. I'm just saying he was trying to get away, and because of that, if he doesn't want to be in the apartment with her, that means he's in your apartment fixing stuff, and that's what you want a landlord to do. Sink's broken. Call Roper.
But not just to get away. As a bond, comes in, sits around, just wants to get out of the house. Furley, there was always a problem. Always a problem. Knocking on his door. Are you gay? What's going on? The women. It was always a headache for Jack. It was never easy for him.
And
Roper, different story.
And Furley, misunderstandings seem to follow Ralph Furley around. How many times was Ralph Furley next to the bedroom when they're making the bed, and they think that Jen and Jack are fucking?
Exactly.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
He's a little bit too intrusive.
Listen to me. Furley, cock blocker. Always trying to get Lana instead of Jack.
You're right.
Yes.
Always trying to get Lana instead of Jack.
And Lana, I think, was TV's first cougar.
She might have been.
Right.
And Roper also had the Roper fixed stuff. Didn't have to worry about him cock blocking at all, and he had the smile, where he would turn, he would make like a comment about his wife, and then he would turn to the camera and.
He did.
That was that was phenomenal. So landlord, it's Roper.
I don't know. I kind of stand behind Furley a little bit, but we're going to try to move on a little bit. Something more serious. I'm not going to get more serious than that, but we're going to try. Our country is in a financial ruin right now. Last week, Lehman Brothers went bankrupt. We're trying to get a $700 billion bailout to try to save the economy. So Lehman Brothers is the next topic. Dave, why don't you start us off? Show your work. Matt, start us off. Show your work. Lehman Brothers.
Yeah, 7 years old.
Okay, go ahead.
Big day. Parents tell me, gotta come home. Gotta be here at a certain time. We're going out special. Won't tell me where we're going. Get in the car. Head on down to the arena. Get in. There's elephants, trapezes, clowns, popcorn. Everything you can imagine.
The guy, Gunther Gabriel
Williams. Training, they got the motorcycle and the spinning around.
Wait. I think that's, you talking about Ringling Brothers, the circus? Talking about Lehman Brothers. Ringling Brothers, you talking about? That's a circus.
Lehman Brothers. No. Okay, hold on.
Dave,
wait, hold on. Alright, look. He was awesome in Beetlejuice, and he just won the Emmy for 30 Rock. Okay, so you know Alec kicks ass.
Okay.
Then you have Steven. Now Steven, he doesn't have a huge resume, but usual suspects. Okay, if you're gonna stand there and you're gonna act next to Gabriel Byrne and Benicio del Toro, you have to bring your A game. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So you have to bring your A game.
Right.
Now the one that was on the Celebrity Death Show. Whatever it was.
Time out a second. This is embarrassing. Talking about the Bauman brothers.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. The financial
What was the
world,
topic?
Lehman Brothers, the bankruptcy last week, the big bailout, the whole country's talking about it. Lehman Brothers. Circuses and a failing of acting people? I mean, that's a little ridiculous, guys.
I wouldn't say
Lehman.
failing. They were.
You know what?
Family.
You know what? No, I was talking.
Sorry.
I was talking to my sisters. I got two younger sisters.
Let's start over. Go ahead.
I was talking to my sisters, and they were talking about with school, you got to do, you know. We're sitting around, and they brought out Monopoly. So I was teaching them that, you know, it's always like at this, like the color, it's purple, it's, you know, Baltic, it's boardwalk, and I'm like, yeah, but you can't just buy one of each and then count for what you paid for it. I'm like, you have to buy in groups. So it's 3 properties, so you can build the houses. 4 houses, get paid for the house.
Maddie.
Hotels. NHS.
Mediterranean always sucked.
And Baltic.
That was the one. Those are the two that were on the side.
But they
Mr. Furley would most likely rent places
They
over
pay
there.
for themselves.
Parker
Yeah.
Brothers. The inventors of Monopoly. Is that what you're fucking talking about right now? Parker Brothers? Parker Brothers. That
What did you say?
I said Lehman Brothers. You guys ever read a paper or watch the computer, turn the TV on for Christ's sake?
Obviously, Furley Roper.
Wait, whoa.
Lehman Brothers.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
I'm sorry.
Can we do this? We're doing a show here.
All right,
Financial bail.
No.
Financial bail is $700 billion. The
Lehman
president
Brothers.
spoke about it, interrupted all those shows a couple days ago.
Excuse me.
Can we do this?
The Lehman Brothers. Okay. All right. Look, we're lucky guys. Okay, because we all have good jobs. We've got good families.
Something.
Sometimes you need to be generous, and you need to think outside your immediate circle.
Okay.
So if you're gonna mentor like an inner city kid or something like that, that's something that's nice you can do, because they're not always the ones who are going to be able to come out and say, hey, listen, I want to go to the circus. But you can say, you know what, it's Harlem, it's whatever, come with me
Come out.
and I will teach you.
Maybe
Dave, I mean, this is a fucking joke already. Talk about the Big Brother program.
The Big Brother. That's the...
What are you talking about?
Is that the diner on 46?
It's a Seven Brother thing. I think we're going to try to move on from this topic.
They got good chicken parm though.
Fantastic.
Obviously maybe got the wrong panel here
No
tonight.
Country for Old Men?
That's the Coen Brothers. We got the wrong panel here tonight. We're trying to move on to another topic that maybe my panel could understand a little more clearly.
You got a brother, don't you?
Well, I used to play ball with the 2 kids down the road. One was the pitcher, one was the catcher, so they always had the ultimate utility on at all times.
That's true.
Anyway, the third topic tonight, more
I think that's
serious.
what it
2 of our hottest actresses when we were growing up, and maybe still today, of our generation. Alyssa Milano versus Danica McKellar. Then and now, who would you rather take? Maddie, why don't you start us off? Show your work.
Then and now?
Yeah.
Then, as a child,
Winnie
man,
Cooper, Samantha
This is
Maselli.
very easy.
Samantha!
I just want to make it clear that I'm putting myself, not what I'm taking now as a creep, as,
You putting yourself as 9-year-old Matt?
yes,
Okay.
young.
It's funny, you probably still look the same.
Same height. I'm thinking,
Was getting asked back then too,
yeah,
probably.
I'm thinking Danica.
Then and now?
Then Danica. For the age of the time, it was,
No way.
you know, she, as much as Samantha was this little girl, cute, adorable, as young adolescents you wanted to be with it.
Right.
Okay, it was adorable. Yeah, you just wanted to hold her hand.
Yeah.
Danica brought it to a different level
Yeah.
of it's real now. You're kissing. It's real. It's right there. If you made you watch and be like, major moment in a lot of Alyssa's life.
Every episode you watch, like, is Kevin hitting that? You know?
That's what you think. I mean, now it's Alyssa Milano. I mean,
In a roundabout way, you always thought he was hitting that, even at an early age.
Alright.
yeah, you know what?
Even when his brother died in Vietnam.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe now it actually is Danica. Now also for me.
Alright.
Because I can't follow a pitcher.
Okay.
I can't follow a Dodger.
No. Alright, listen. Back then,
I can
it
follow
was...
a Padre.
Yeah, you can. You can.
That's true.
Yeah. You have.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
it was Alyssa Milano all the way, because you knew she would always be hot.
Yeah.
The only flaw with Alyssa Milano was Samantha Maselli's father was always right there, ready to kick your ass.
Yeah.
Tony would knock the crap out of you. If he ever walked in and you're sitting there, you know, boxers with her head, and he is going to town on you.
Yeah.
However,
a little too close to home.
Little too close to.
Always home, always.
Yeah, that's true. He was always there. There was never a chance of him going out.
Yeah.
He didn't date. He didn't do anything else.
Little girl.
And where's the housekeeper going?
Right.
He cleans house. Where's he going? He's going to clean other
Right.
people's houses.
And is he,
Nights off?
what's he paying for a wedding? No.
He's home.
He's not doing any of that stuff. Meanwhile, but Winnie, she was sweet, she was innocent, but you had no clue what she was going to be like 15 years later.
Yeah.
Now you see her, like on, what was she on, How I Met Your Mother or whatever? Smoking hot, math like genius, which
Smart girl.
kind of turns me on, and I don't know why. But
All right.
And think about Alyssa in the, what was she in, Charmed. She cut her hair really short. Cutting your hair short is immediate loss of points.
Is Danica McKellar smarter than me?
The Coen brothers directed No Country for Old Men.
Let me say this. Alyssa Milano,
Trapeze.
being a Yankee fan, Alyssa Milano dated Carl Pavano. Carl Pavano, one of the all-time busts.
Worst. Right.
What a signing. Carl Pavano was given $40 million for 4 years of shit.
$7 million to win.
Okay? So that's definitely points against her.
Yep.
Back in the day, I'm going to have to take Milano. I'm not going to go that far back in the day. I'm going to go back to 1996, a little movie called Fear. Okay? Alyssa Milano played a little bit of a white trash runabout. That's the
She had a rabbit.
the kids are saying. Huh?
She drove a rabbit.
She drove a rabbit, she fucked a lot.
What was that? No. What was
I haven't heard nothing bad yet. You know?
Embrace of the Vampire, or Embrace of the Vampires?
She was all naked.
Where she was naked and there was
all naked
lesbian
stuff.
scenes
Yeah.
from the beginning to. It should have been called, Hey everybody, Alyssa's kissing another girl.
Yeah.
They can't fit that on the Lowe's thing, but that would.
Although
that would
Danica
get me
McKellar
there.
right now, and even back in the day, you know, we were all in love with Danica McKellar when the Wonders were on. Winnie Cooper was.
I'm not gonna lie.
Plus, you never really have to worry about someone brilliant in math. I mean, that's a good job. That's stable. You don't have to worry about their heads or anything. So it's not like, oh my God, I can't do equations. I need bigger boobs. It's a little more stable.
That's
You're
true.
not looking to run out right away.
That's true.
No.
Some valid points. Some valid points on Roper and Furley. Some valid points on the Lehman Brothers, for sure.
Look, the kids who were on tour with Hannah Montana in them.
Wow. It's a Jonas
Jonas
Brothers.
Brothers.
This concludes another exciting edition of Beers with Bauman. I'd like to, I guess, thank my panel guest tonight, Matt O'Connor, David Corsario. Stay tuned for more upcoming episodes at Beers with Bauman, and also VaughnTV.com for some great stuff.
What's that show on CBS?
Have a good night.
They're all in the house together?
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
That's not it?